So apparently, the voice of Oklahoma State football has spoken, and he says that Miami is the most tampering and cheating institution in the NIL era. And if he had a choice between rooting for Miami or a team that is based out of Russia, he would root for the team based out of Russia. This guy's crazy. What's going on, Canes fans? I listen. I know that I say that I typically try to not share this nonsense because it's just silly. Like this dude, like this guy has a couple screws loose. This guy is insane. But this is too funny, in my opinion, to not share. I think it's super disrespectful the way that he goes about this, but as Miami fans, we're used to Miami being treated that way at times. But I just what I want to do is just share it. I'm just gonna play the audio from this show, and we'll react to it and talk about it. This is Robert Allen who's going to be speaking. He hosts a radio show. He's a sideline reporter for Oklahoma State. I think he has his own sports website, or he writes on a sports website. He's very well known in the Oklahoma State football community. I'm just going to let it speak for itself. He's calling into a sports show, and he has this to say about Miami. I'm going to take you over. Prepare yourselves.
Miami. I will not root. I wouldn't root for Miami if they were playing the Kremlin.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pause some in this. I know some of y'all are gonna get upset, but it is what it is. Really? You're gonna compare Miami to playing the Kremlin, a team from Russia, and that's your analogy, bro? I mean, what a weird time to make a statement like that. But whatever. Go on.
That's the most tampering, cheating institution out there in the NIL era. I mean,
Mr. Allen, would you like to provide some proof to back up these statements? Because the last time I checked, the NIL era officially began July 1st, 2021, and I don't see Miami getting into any big-time trouble here with any NIL violations. Are we going to talk about some other schools that have had some things going on? Are we going to talk about some things that happened at other schools before the NIL era stuff began as well? Like, are we going to touch on all of that, or is this just pure hatred for Miami and trying to make the Canes look bad? Like, I know Miami had their fair share of stuff that happened in the early 2000s, but this is the NIL era now, and either Miami is buying players or Miami's broke. If we miss out on a recruit, oh, Miami's broke, they ain't got any money anymore, them checks bouncing. Or Miami gets a player out of the transfer portal or with recruiting, and Miami's buying all the players. Everyone is doing this. It's the NIL era. But let's see, maybe he has an explanation. Hold up, maybe I'm cutting him short.
Nick Martin, they hammered Nick Martin more than they hammered Ollie Gordon. Nick Martin finally, y'all quit calling me, and so that's
okay. So what he's saying is he mentions Nick Martin and Ollie Gordon. Both of those are players for Oklahoma State. Nick Martin, linebacker; Ollie Gordon, running back. I guess what he's trying to say is Miami was touching base with those players to, I guess, maybe to gauge interest, which, again, depending on how you look at the rules, he doesn't really clarify here. Does he mean during the recruiting process? Does he mean, I'm guessing he means while they were at Oklahoma State. But these are some pretty bold statements. I personally do think these things happen at times. I'm not even talking about just Miami. I mean, across the board. Everyone thinks that these teams, all play by the rules and no tampering ever happens, because obviously that would never happen because it's against the rules and nobody ever breaks any rules. Tampering does happen all the time. I'm not even saying this towards Miami. I'm talking about across the country. I'm assuming that's what he's saying, but that is a pretty bold statement if you're going to name specific players and say that they're tampering and they're breaking the rules. We're going to need some receipts. I'm going to need to see something if you're going to call Miami out specifically. But let's continue.
That's where some of it came from. I don't know if there were. I don't know any other I can name by school, but no,
Really?
Ollie Gordon got hit on.
Really? So no other teams, only Miami. Okay, this. See, now I'm getting a little upset here. Like, in this NIL era, Miami is the biggest cheating institution, guilty of the most tampering. And you're going to say that Miami was tampering and reaching out to Oklahoma State players, and they continued to call them until it just got to the point of being ridiculous, and the players had to tell Miami, stop calling me. And you can't think of any. No other team did that. It was Miami and only Miami that was doing that. And this guy is psycho, right? Like, maybe there are some Oklahoma State fans that can fill me in, because I'm not going to pretend like I'm super familiar with this dude, because I'm not. But he has to have some sort of deep-rooted hatred for Miami, and this was his big shot to fire away at Miami. I mean, Miami and Oklahoma State have played 2 times, 1991 and in 2020, so it's not like there's a lengthy history there. You want to talk about Miami tampering and cheating and the biggest cheaters in the NIL era? Since the NIL era, Miami has won 19 games in 3 years. 1 year under Manny Diaz, and these previous 2 under Mario Cristobal. Well, if Miami is the biggest cheaters in the NIL era, I guess we're going about it the wrong way, because we're not seeing the results. It's not paying off, and that's not a shot at Miami. I gotta put my big boy pants on and just be honest here. If we're cheating that much, then I guess we're pretty bad at it then, because wow, this is just wild. The fact that he comes out and says, I can't think of any other teams, but Miami definitely, yeah, they were tampering and cheating. Let me let it finish playing.
Martin got hit on a lot more.
That's it. Okay. Robert Allen, huh? I guess he's gonna get his 46 seconds of fame here, because this is going viral online. Everyone's laughing, saying, "I knew Miami was cheating. I knew they were tampering," because this guy right here says that Miami is. This here, I'd already typed it in, because yeah, he says that Miami's the biggest cheaters, tampering the most in this NIL era. This is crazy. Like, what are the comments even looking like? Caneville said, if hating has a voice. See, I knew it. It's an opportunity for people to troll. 13 people who go to Miami games are going to have something to say about this. There's NMD. We rolling in money. Let's go, FJ. Let's go, man. Look at Texas State trying to get in. Stop trying to steal other school student athletes. It's cheating. And they tag the NCAA. This is a troll job by Texas State. This is either a fan account or this is a troll job from Texas State. This can't be real. That's really their account. Okay, that's fine. I mean, again, in this era, now that these things are, legal. And I mean, again, there are some tampering things and some rules, some lines you're not supposed to cross. But this is a he said, she said. This dude's saying that happened, but there's no proof here other than just his word, what he says. So much stuff now when it comes to paying players is legal. And I feel like that, Miami has opened up the checkbook, and Miami is spending a ton of money. Look at how much money is probably in this roster going into 2024. It's a lot. And because of that, there's a ton of jealousy right now. It doesn't guarantee wins. I'm one of those people that even says, like, obviously I'm happy that we're spending money because you would like to hope that eventually that does equal wins, but there's no guarantees. You got to have the coaching and the chemistry, and it doesn't always pan out, But I'm sensing some jealousy here from Robert Allen. Maybe some deep-rooted hatred. Maybe Miami did something to him. Maybe they turned down a job. Maybe, some sort of personal thing for him to attack like this. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because who cares what Robert Allen has to say with Oklahoma State football when it comes to Miami Hurricanes football? Why should we care? Why do we care? We don't. Well, Coop, you're making a video about it. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny because everybody's big mad that the playing field has been leveled a little bit. We're purely talking about when it comes to the money side because you don't have to do this stuff under the table anymore. You don't have to hand off the McDonald's bags. You don't have to secretly find a way to buy mom and dad of the player a house or get them a Dodge Charger. Like you can give them an NIL deal with the dealership. Get them the car. Like it's all fine. So dude wants to come out and say tampering, cheating, whatever. Robert Allen, screw you, buddy. I'm just going to say it. If you're going to put Miami on blast like that, I need some proof then. I need some proof. I think this dude sounds scared. I think he sounds jealous. Straight up. That's all it is. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. Maybe. Just let me know. Just let me know. This is a weird video, a weird day. I was not expecting to see that on my timeline and listen to that, especially coming from Robert Allen from Oklahoma State. Like, who? Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.